Okay, good evening, student. Today we are going to start the fifth unit, prose convocation address. Written by Dr. Arinar Annadurai. Okay, before going to the lesson, just see the author introduction. Dr. Arinar Annadurai. About the author, Dr. Kanjivaram Nadarajan. Dr. Kanjivaram Nadarajan Annadurai, 15th September 1909, 3rd February 1969, popularly called Arinar Anna, was an Indian politician who served as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu in 1967 to 1969. The full name of Dr. Arinar Anna, Dr. Kanjivaram Nadarajan Annadurai. He was born on September 15 and in 1909, and he was died on February 3 in 1969. And he was popularly called as Arinar Anna. He was an Indian politician. He was served as a Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for 2 years, the year of 1967 to 1969. He was a great orator and an acclaimed writer in Tamil, and also he is one of the great speaker, and also he is a great writer in Tamil. And Jawaharlal Nehru hailed him as one of the greatest parliamentarians, and also the Jawaharlal Nehru praised him. He is one of the great parliamentarians. He was published several novels, short stories, and plays which incorporate political and social themes. C.N. Annadurai was awarded the Chap Fellowship at Yale University, the first non-American to receive this honor. And also, Arinar Anna published several novels and short stories and plays. Plays is nothing, drama, which incorporate political and social themes. Incorporate is nothing. He wrote so many novels, short stories, and plays. Which he involved the political and the social themes in his short stories, novels, and plays. And C.N. Annadurai, Kanjivaram Nadarajan Annadurai was awarded the Chap Fellowship Award at the Yale University. He is the first non-American to receive this honor. The same year, he was awarded an honorary doctorate by Annamalai University, and also the Annamalai University gave the award to him, to praise him to a doctorate. Okay, see the lesson now. Okay, see the lesson. Read an excerpt from the famous address made by the great leader Arinar Anna at the Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu on November 18, 1967 on the occasion of convocation ceremony. Actually, here given the convocation ceremony in the Annamalai University. It was held in November 18 in 1967. He is the chief guest of in the university. Thankful. First he started. Thankful as I am for the unequal honor conferred on me by this institution. I stand before this august assembly today to deliver the convocation address. For though it is a pleasure to be present on the happy vacation of greeting the graduates of the year and wishing them all bright and prosperous future. It is not an easy task to place appropriate guidelines before them. So now he started. He first of all would like to thanks to everyone because the university to give a chance to him to honor the graduates in the university. Conferred is nothing, given to give him a chance. He stands before his august. August is nothing, while Annadurai stand before the proud assembly. August proud assembly is nothing. Around with so many scholars there in the assembly. Today he is going to deliver the convocation address in front of everyone. Further, it is the happiest time to present the happy occasion. He is going to greet the graduate of this year. First of all, he would like to wish the graduate, just wishing them all a bright and prosperous future in his every graduate's life. It is not an easy task to place appropriate guidelines before them. And also, the convocation address is not a easy task to give a guidelines to the graduates, because it is very difficult, because then only the graduates are going to lead a life in the world. Before that, they are the students. Now they are going to the main citizen of the democracy in the world. So this is not a easy task, like that he told. Okay, see the next one. The fact that I am conscious of my own limitation gives me a sense of relief, for I shall not attempt to offer original ideas or theories with a special stamp, but only reiterate some of the cardinal principles in enhanced by those who offered their advice in the past years. Okay, now he's going to feel about his own limitation gives him a sense of relief. It means he identify every graduate's mindset, because they everyone are believing that those who are going to given the address for the convocation address, they are listening the valuable things only. So that he identified his mindset, the graduate's mindset. So he is not willing to attempt his original ideas and theories. He is not going to tell his original ideas and theories, it means stories, with a special stamp, but only reiterate is nothing. Already the teachers or the professors are told in the school college days, that same things is going to told again. The important things like that is called the reiteration. Again he is going to given the some important thoughts of the cardinal principles is nothing important principle. Enhanced is nothing speaking clearly by those who offered their advice in the past years. Past years is nothing. Already they given some ideas to the ideas to the graduates, but again he is going to given the some important ideas to the graduates, perhaps with annotations here and there, bringing to bear the layman's point of view to the findings of experts and in various fields connected with the education. And also he is going to give some examples. Annotation is nothing, give some examples here and there. It means while talking to given the convocation address, that time give some examples to give the students for their brightful futures, bringing to bear the layman's point of view. Actually is going to speak about the layman's point of view. Layman is nothing, is the ordinary man, like the poor person point of view, just finding the expert in the various field connected with education. Actually after completing the graduated, they are going to connect her in various field, not only in the business and agriculture, like that they are connected to various field, like so that they are given main important to the the layman's point of view. Layman is nothing, ordinary person is mean poor persons. This is the age of the common man, whatever the regrets some might have, and it is his point of view that matters most, and I do claim to represent him in all his rigorness. Rigorness is nothing, is a strength and toughness. Okay, this is the age of common man. So actually this is the age of common man is nothing, ordinary person. It means the poor person. And whatever the regrets is nothing, something bad things some might have been felt, but even though I am going to tell about the ordinary person, and it is his point of view that matters most, I need to do to represent him in front of the graduates in all his regardness and all his strength, the poor man's strength and also his toughness, going to tell. But some of them are feel something bad, but even though I'm going to represent the ordinary person's point of view. System and scholars of thought, whether it is philosophy or politicals, ethics or economics, are certainly meant for him. The systems in the universities and colleges are made by the schools, and the systems are made by the poor man. Whatever it is the philosophy, it is even the philosophy. Philosophy is nothing tattvam. Politics, அரசியல், ethics is neithigal, and the economics, பொருளாதாரம். Whatever it is, or certainly mean for him. Him refers to the ordinary person. Universities as the repositories of knowledge and the nursing ground for the emissaries of thought, wisdom and service. Actually, the universities has the storehouse of the knowledge. University only the storehouse of knowledge to every graduate. Not only the graduate and those who are going to read in the universities, there is the place to the storehouse of knowledge. And also it is the nursing ground. Nursing ground is nothing, is the main filler for the emissaries of the thought, the involve the in development of their thought. It is the main pillar of the universities. Even wisdom and service have got on the prominent role. It is the main prominent role to play, and prominence is growing every day. It is important to growing every day, not it was happened in the school days or any other place. It was happened in the universities. As more and more individuals get themselves occupied for the task of bettering society in all its age, when we have achieved is nothing to do the monarchy and autocracy, and have inaugurated the year of the democracy. Now every day more and more individuals, not only the particular one, for every individual get themselves they involved for the task they are doing their work in the society. It was be made by very much of better, and it's the age when we have achieved is nothing doing the work. So monarchy is nothing. In olden days, at that age, the monarchy is nothing. It is called the mannarachi or arasachi. And the autocracy, the government is ruled, the people were ruled by the government. It called the autocracy, and have inaugurated with the era of the democracy. Now it developed into the democracy. So the universities every day they are going to do something better, has some given important to everyone. Not they are stopped their works for year, days and years and months. So the monarchy changed into autocracy. After the autocracy, it is going to the democracy. Democracy, Jananayaga Hachi. Okay, it means one ruler Hachi. Then during the monarchical or feudal days, universities had to train scholars and poets to adorn the chambers of royalty, or the gilded the mansions of lords and nobles of their wisdom and mean for the mansion, not for the marketplace. During the monarchical, actually monarchical is nothing, already I told you, it is the arasachi. In the during the monarchical that period or feudal days, universities had to train the scholars and poets. Actually the universities had trained to the scholars and the poets. The universities train the scholars and poets just to adorn, to praise the chambers of royalty. Royalty is nothing, it's a palace, like a kings living in the main big houses, like the are glided the mansions. Mansion is nothing, palace of lords and the nobles. Those are living in the palace, the lords and the nobles, prabhukal and the well-known persons are living in the mansion. Their wisdom was meant for the mansion. They were used for the poets and the scholars only for the lords and the nobles, not for the marketplace. But the scholars and the poet are not involved in the marketplace. Marketplace is nothing, it is a common person. It means ordinary person's life. It was involved to the scholars are not going to solve any problem, to face the difficulties, or the problems cannot be solved for the common persons. Those were days when number did not count, nor were eminent scholars asked to face the problem confronting the masses. In the olden days, and also they won't count about the number of scholars and then poets. They are only eminent scholars asked to face the problem. They give the only for the eminent poem to face a problem, in confronting the masses. Confronting is nothing, they eminently face the problem aggressively, the masses, the common people. So they won't involve every persons to involved in the solve the problem, to face the problems. Only few of them they are going to solve the problems to the common persons. They were content to work in scheduled space, far from the din and noise of the common man, and wave the costly fabric of philosophy, of poetry, which in turn was to be converted into dazzling garments for the selected and the privileged. It means it's nothing. In olden days they were contented to work the scheduled space. Scheduled space means they given some isolated area. In that area only they are going to concentrate to do some work, and to face the problems only in the isolated area, not in the common area. So far from the din and noise of the common man, so they are away from the common man, and also the noise of the common man's away from that. They even though they written so many poems like the philosophy, it was selected. They were was only were waves the costly fabric. They are going to waving the costly fabric of the philosophy of poetry. They written the good poems like the philosophy poems. They are used to the costly fabric waves, which is in turn was covered into the dazzling garments. Finally, the poetry was waving into the garments for the selected and the privileged person only, not for everyone. They are selecting some person, and to not person is a king or noble persons, and privileged only the eminent person only going to praise the dazzling garments. Okay, see the next. The role of the university today is not clustered and confined as in the past. It means compared to the olden days universities, that today university is not clustered, is not restricted, not have restricted the today's university, and not confined as in the past. Compared to in the past, the still it was not confined. Its functional has been enlarged, not in its the fundamentals, but in its domain. But and also the university's function has been enlarged. There is have limited. There is no limited. It has been enlarged, not in its fundamentals. Actually, it was not. It's the fundamental basic things, not enlarged the basic things, and it is the domain. Domain is nothing. It's the place. It means that varai murai. We call in Tamil, and it's the illegal. It was enlarged. It has to take into account the common man, and also they are not just going to count the number of poets. It was into take the account of common mans. Most of them involved in the common mans in today's universities. The universities in today universities are don't have any restriction, and also don't have any confined in the past. Compared to in the past, is the functions has been enlarged, not in the basic things and its domain. And but trim and train, guide and lead him before being asked to do his duty as a citizens of democracy, a task which kindness, kins, sweet hopes, but which demands patience and perseverance, faith and confidence, faith in himself and in others, and confidence in his inherent ability to shoulder the responsibilities. Okay, now see, actually now they're going to take the common person, common man, just they take them to trim and train them. They give training and guide them, and to lead them, lead him. It means to give some practice and to take every problems to face them. First they train and guide them and lead him, and before being asked to do his duty as a citizens of democracy, before going to involve join the citizens of democracy, they ask to do his duty. They give some training and guide them and lead them. After they give some task in the democracy, a task which kindest sweet hopes, and also the task must be the common person took in the sweet hopes. Sweet hopes is nothing, to take something, it was the believe on them, but which demands What they want, they are going to demands patience. Demands is nothing, need of patience. They need some patience to do his work, and perseverance. Perseverance is nothing, to continue effort in his work. And also one, they need some faith, have to faith in their work, and to confidence in his work, faith in himself. After confidence they need faith himself. After that others, they need faith to others, and confidence in his inherent ability. And also basically they need a inherent ability. Inherent ability is nothing, inborn ability, to shoulder the responsibilities. The common man has become the origin of the potential ruler, and the duty today. The responsibility today of the universities is to fashion out of him an individual fitted and equipped for the task of making democracy fruitful and effectively. And also the common person become the origin of the potential ruler. They are going to the potential ruler in the today duty. Their responsibility today is the university is the fashion out of him the individual fitter, and also the given benefits unto the efficient effective in the democracy. They are going to them to complete the task in a democratic fruitful and effectively. Okay student, we will continue the next lesson next class.